Hi, how's everyone doing? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm gonna pan a little bit to Nuno so y'all can see what he's doing. Hi, Nuno. I know it's a really hard time. I myself am also struggling, but thankfully with Noodles, with my partner and with my own home, like I've been able to stay home as much as possible, avoid going out unless necessary. And I'm a homebody, you know, so I love being at home. I love like watching shows, cooking, catching up. So for today, I thought it'd be fun if I sat down with you and showed you everything I've watched on Netflix and also review it. If you do like this style of video, I would love to sit and talk more about films to you guys. So please do give me a thumbs up so I will know physically that I'm like, okay, y'all like it. I could do like a YouTube edition, I could do a non-Netflix edition, I can do like free streaming sites and that kind of thing. So let me know. This is embarrassing, but thank you so much, Anita, for lending me your Netflix account. It's been 5 years. Okay, let's look at the continue watching first. First of all, Rupaul's Drag Race. I'm re-watching all of the older seasons with my boo. Before that, she like never got into the Drag Race and she was like, yeah, it's whatever, you know, a lot of people talk about it. But now I think she understands. It's really, really funny. So we have been watching from season 5 onwards, and we're also watching season 12, which is the one that's out now. It's by episode. Really, really good. I would recommend y'all watch from season 5 onwards because that's when it gets sickening. Next one, Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. I have watched this 6-7 times already, like over and over, because it's just so good. Someone on one of my Get Ready With Me's recommended it. I think she was also the same person that recommended me Mrs. Maisel. And I just want to say like chef's kiss to you because it's the best. Oh my god! Okay, Mrs. Mabel. Oh. Miss Fisher is set in 1920s Melbourne. This newfound heiress like comes back to Melbourne, and then, you know, she just does her own things, and she's a socialite, and there's a lot of mystery, and she's very smart, barging in on the police investigations, and develops like this really uncanny relationship with the detective, Inspector Jack Robinson. Oh my god, he's so dreamy. Each episode is very interesting. It's very like detailed, and it's just beautiful to watch. It really does feel like 1920s. Costumes are amazing. The acting, the cast, amazing. I just love everyone in the cast like so much. It's also interesting how they bring up like women-centric topics from time to time in these episodes. A lot of it talks about women having jobs, earning fair wages, family planning. I just love rewatching it because every time I rewatch it, I realize, oh my god, there are these funny moments that, you know, the first time when you watch, you just like so focused on the story that you miss. So yeah, I really, really enjoy Miss Fisher's. 100% recommend. Okay, next one. Avatar. Funny thing is I never watched Avatar as a kid, and then my friends started talking about like what kind of airbender, firebender, waterbender, earthbender they'd be, and I was like, what does that mean? And I really like Avatar because it's fun for both kids and adults. Like I still enjoyed watching it, and it's very wholesome, and they don't diminish girls. Like Toph and Katara are very strong women characters as well. So yeah, I really do like it. Ooh, okay. Oh my god, Crash Landing on You. This one is something that I'm sure everyone is watching. We haven't finished watching yet. I do enjoy. Like seriously, I do enjoy. The color grading is beautiful. I think the narrative is also pretty fun, like very interesting, very different from like the other K-pop dramas or K-idol dramas. To be fair, I don't watch a lot of them. I will say though, it gives you a very, very unrealistic expectation of like what seems like true love, because it's just so beautifully unrealistic. Like the whole Switzerland thing, it's crazy, but I like it. It's a K-drama. It's like meant to be like that, right? So we haven't finished watching it yet because we got sidetracked by Rupaul, and it started getting like really intense. Oh man, like if you're gonna watch it, like bring some tissues. Everyone in the cast is like beautiful. Me and my partner both think Seodan is like so hot. Yeah, like I said, I love a stone cold bitch. Next one, Jeopardy. I really like Jeopardy. It's very fun to yell out the answers. It's like a trivia game show, okay? I'm clearly nowhere as good. Like, I don't think I'd even qualify to be on the show, but sometimes I get them right and I'm like, I'm smart. It's just something to watch while you're like eating or cooking and you're not really like paying strong attention. I can still listen to it and I can still know what's going on. Like, I don't have to like keep rewinding it. I don't know, it's just like easy. That's why you watch like Friends like so many times anyway, because you just kind of know what's gonna happen, right? Okay, this one is really interesting. This one's new. It's called 100 Humans. Season 1 is out right now and we've watched 3 episodes. I don't know if you remember like Backyard Science. It's like that kind of feel, like they're doing a fun science experiment. Every one of these humans like do get their own moments. Like they're not just one of the crowd. They're like all individuals, and sometimes like the camera picks up on that. And oh, the scientists are really hot. Like all 3 of them are really good looking. If you want to look at just one episode, I guess like the Let's Talk About Sex, like the 3rd one, is really funny because it's like a battle of the sexes kind of thing to see which is the better one. So following that is The Big Bang Theory. I got so bored that I was watching it. I got like frustrated watching it because it's very stereotypical and the women in it are either like really hot but really dumb or really smart but really ugly, and it's just coming from a very entitled, like smart, nerdy, nice guy point of view. I don't know, I don't really like it. So I know a lot of people that are very against like American sitcoms. I feel like Friends is okay. I know Friends is very white, but for that era, like 1992, like I think it's pretty okay, and they start to diversify after that, so that makes sense. But Big Bang Theory and How I Met Your Mother, I don't know how I watched it the first time round. I think maybe when you're a kid, like you're just not sensitive to these things. You know that laugh track, they put it there when stuff isn't even funny and you're like, ew. So yeah, Big Bang Theory, I would not recommend you watch. I think there are better things to watch. Next one, Good Girls. I think Good Girls is pretty fun. Also because like the gangster's really cute. Rio, oh, he's so hot. So the leads are 3 women and they're like housewives, home people, very regular like residents of a suburb, and they start like laundering money and they start doing stuff for like a cartel because they accidentally did something. I don't want to spoil too much lah, but basically I like how the story progresses. I also like how they delve a little bit deeper into like family dynamics and stuff. They're not all dysfunctional. Some of them are, but I like how some of them are dysfunctional. There's another one as well that's like her husband passed. That one gives a very similar vibe to Good Girls. Ugly Delicious. Am I gonna get hate if I say this? I don't really like David Chang as a person. I think he's a little bit too aggro for the sake of it. Like I don't think he's coming off 100% sincere. That's just me, and that's why I don't like to watch. I feel like he also cuts people off, so it's just like very irritating to watch, so I stopped even though I love food. Cable Girls, it was really good, and then from season 4 onwards, it started getting like pretty messy and pretty bad. I don't think they like really knew how to continue the seasons, and it just seems a bit weird lah. Ooh, Midnight Diner. Midnight Diner is really interesting because it's a very quiet, peaceful sort of film. It's in Japanese and it was inspired by this comic about a midnight diner. This guy only opens from like midnight onto the morning, and he has like very interesting customers and they bring their stories with them. My partner actually read a lot of the comics and showed me like the illustrations like before we even knew that it was on Netflix. So when we watched on Netflix, we were like, eh? Wait, is this the comic? We watched the first entire season. No reason why we stopped, we just moved on to watch other things, but it was good. BoJack Horseman is good, but I think right now in this climate, like it's very nihilistic and very depressing, but very realistic also. So I like watching it like when I am feeling okay, but I feel like when I'm sad or when I'm like anxious and I watch it, I'll get worse. It's just basically about BoJack having like a huge midlife crisis and how he's constantly like overshadowed by his past as like a huge sitcom hit. Rick and Morty I love. I like the references that it's making. It's very interesting storytelling, and I like the discussions that are online. I will say that it's very masculine and it can be a little bit like too crude for some people. Yeah, but I really like Rick and Morty. I've rewatched them like a lot of times. I don't know why season 4 stopped halfway. I think they're on a hiatus. It's really upsetting. Please bring it back. But I also love like watching the explanations and hidden Easter eggs like videos on YouTube. I really love it. Ooh, Sherlock. I love Sherlock. I also like Elementary. I don't know if it's still on Netflix. I think they maybe took it down. So I think like with Netflix, maybe every year, if they don't renew the license, it's not gonna be on it anymore. But series 4 was kind of a bust. I don't think they did it as well as their usual like caliber, because Sherlock is one of those series where every episode feels like a mini movie and it's just so well done. The storytelling is good. The editing is phenomenal. I'm actually gonna link one of my favorite video essays on Sherlock about the editing and why it's so compelling down below if you want to see that. It's so mesmerizing to watch the first time, and it's so easily repeatable. Like, you can just rewatch them. I've rewatched it like maybe 10, 12 times. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is my favorite sitcom. I don't know if you call it a sitcom. Yeah, it is a sitcom. It's very unproblematic, it's very wholesome. Every character is very well developed. So it's from the same creators as Community, and what a lot of people say is that it's like the Community characters but modified to be even better, to be even more well-rounded and complex. So I like that every single one of them has their flaws, has their habits, and they're still lovable at the end of the day. The cast is very diverse. Each episode is 20 minutes, so it's very nice, kind of like a bite, and you can binge, and there are like throwbacks to previous episodes, and there's one particular thing that I really love. They do everything in slow-mo. It's like, if you're lucky, so I really enjoy Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think I rewatched it like maybe 5 times also. Another show that I really like that I didn't intend on watching is actually Disenchanted. It's like an adult cartoon, so I'm not one for like animation and stuff, right? Disenchantment is really fun. So it's created by Matt Groening, who also created The Simpsons, and it's really like an adult cartoon. I don't know what else to say. It's very funny, it's very sarcastic, very ironic, and I love it. I think it's very, very fun. The second part like is equally as good as the first. I love it. I don't know what else to say. I'm not very good with like animation because like I don't really know how to judge like how good animation is, but it's very interesting, like the way they draw. Like the animation is different, yeah.
They do this like 3D thing that's very cool.
Oh yeah. It's animation in a very filmmaking style, so they'll do panels, they'll do like 3D shifts and stuff, like very interesting. Final Table. Ooh! I've talked about this before. My baby Charles Michel, we talked about this. He's so cute. And I think generally, I just really enjoy seeing a bunch of chefs cook. Under time pressure, fun. I do not like how the last episode went. I don't think it was the right call. But everything else about it was fun. Just like, don't watch the last episode. Queer Eye is also another one that's very uplifting. You know what? If you've never watched Queer Eye before, this is the time to start. It's just very like heartwarming, okay? And it's very inspiring because not only do they bring you through like a makeover of your house and how you look, it's basically about changing them like really from the inside out, because most of the time like these people are very lovely people and they just need a little like pep talk. They just need some guidance. They just need to find something that makes their lifestyle work, whether it's in their home or their hairstyle or even like the clothes that they wear. So I really like it. If you're like staying home, you want to be inspired, you know, you want to like up your game a little bit, even if you're not getting inspiration for yourself, like it's just fun to see people uplift other people. 5 gay guys who have like very diverse and like very eccentric, like, fun personalities. They're just really great. My favorite, I would say it's either Anthony or Bobby. I do like Bobby. I think Bobby's my fave. He's like the interior guy. I don't know how many reviews I can squeeze into this, but Outlander is okay until season 3. I feel like season 3 gets a little... I wasn't compelled to like follow it into season 3. It's also a little bit like, okay, you know how like erotic novels start? Like, oh, the girl gets transported, you know, from her husband who she loves, and she meets this like rugged man. Oh, so handsome. He wants to protect her. It's like a K-drama, but in like an English period film. Money Heist. It has that like Fight Club energy where it's like us against the world, like rebel without a cause, but rebel with a cause. And the cast is very good looking. All of them are really good looking. And oh yeah, Professor.
I only saw him because of the video that he did on Twitter.
That I retweeted.
Yeah.
That I was like, Professor,
Yeah.
사랑해. No, but he's really so cute, and I think it's his character, like the pushing up the glasses, like, and being such a low-key genius. I told you, I love a stone cold bitch and a tortured genius. I definitely think you should watch it, also because the storytelling is very good at building up suspense and tension, and it really like gets you going. It's not something that you want to play in the background, you want to like sit there and watch. So if you want like a binging marathon, go for Money Heist. Explained is fun. It has like a different sort of vibe. I do like Sex Explained. I think that's very interesting because I've never really thought about it that way. The Mind Explained is super, super good. That's my favorite. The normal Explained, I don't really watch too much of it, but I want to. you know? I know a lot of people like The Good Place. It's a very fun and interesting way to think about life like outside of what we know, and to do it in such an ironic, sort of sarcastic, like very millennial way. I like it. It's not one of my favorites. Ooh, Chef's Table. Chef's Table. I love Chef's Table. I haven't actually finished watching everything yet, but that's because the filmmaking is so good. It's what I love, is what I want to do. How it was shot, the locations, everything about it. So every time I watch like Chef's Table, I have a notebook out and I jot everything down, and it's very like mentally exhausting for me to watch it because I love it so much and I want to like absorb as much as I possibly can. If you're interested in food, and if you like care about where your food comes from, if you care about like how your food is created, and you care about like the art of cuisine, then you will really truly love Chef's Table. It's so good. Ooh, next one. Okay, Mindhunter. Chef's Kiss. Very nice. Before the 70s, like criminal profiling wasn't really a thing. This FBI investigator, Holden Ford, wanted to find out more inside the minds of criminals, to really like see how they work and see how they tick, and really bring about like another light to looking at crime, so that perhaps they can better prevent it. Wow, the sun is coming out and I am getting this golden glow. Wow, it's really bright. I hope y'all don't mind. Mindhunter follows Agent Ford and this other dude. I can't remember, I watched it a while back. And they develop this like new wing in the FBI. They do criminal profiling. They meet a lot of like skepticism, but they continue anyway. And they meet this criminal Ed Kemper, who is a real criminal. Like, he's portrayed really well as well. Like in this, I love like really digging into the psyche of criminals. I think it's just really interesting, because I myself cannot fathom the idea of like serial killing, or you know, it takes a certain kind of mind to really want to and actually do it. So I really like it. I just love. Also, I love like podcasts. This is like really out of the segue, but Crime Junkies is a really good podcast. We listen to it all the time. It's really good. Lucifer's alright. It's like an easy thing to watch because he's very good looking, and then the girl Chloe is very good looking. It's just a bunch of good looking people like running around, and this guy is actually the devil. You know, that sort of thing. It's alright. It was good, and then now it's sort of like tapering away. Like they're sort of like running around, not doing anything much.
Honestly, like very romance kind of thing. Like gonna be couple, but not really. And it's the story. It's very fun to watch.
But it drags on for a little bit too long. Especially for me, I feel when you have more than 2 seasons in a series, things have to escalate, the stakes have to rise. Either that or the character has to grow, the character has to change. So if I feel like it's very stagnant and it keeps just, you know, being like that, it's just kind of boring. In the case of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like you see Charles being super like needy and like wants Rosa's love, but then he becomes more self-assured, he finds a partner, he settles down, he has an adopted son. That's the kind of growth that I feel like is interesting for the audience to continue watching, to root for. Oh, there we go. She's gonna have it. I love it. Rated thumbs up. So good though. Oh my god. Actually, I want to rewatch it again. It's so good. It's a refresh of Spike Lee's original She's Gotta Have It in 1987? 1986. Okay lah, close enough lah, okay? And it delves into the life of this one like beautiful black woman. You know, she's just glorious, she's beautiful, she's got a bunch of partners, and they all have like different situations, and she's got her own vibe, she's got her own beautiful home. I really love like Spike Lee films. I feel like they are spunky, and they usually do tend to have like a political, racial arc surrounding it, which is fair because Spike Lee's a black man in New York. Last but not least is a new favorite of mine. It's Grace and Frankie. I've watched all 6 seasons of it and I really like it. And the reason why I do like it is because these 2 old women are growing in terms of friendship and like personal development throughout the season. You really want to root for them, and I really like this like whole odd couple dynamic where like one's really wacky and really hippie and really like, woo, who cares? And the other one's like super uptight and she's like a tai-tai, you know, that sort of vibe. Both of their husbands are law partners. By the time they were 70, they revealed to their wives that they've been in love for the past like 50 years and they want to divorce their wives so that they can get married. And so they're still involved in their lives, and it's very interesting. Each couple's dynamic is also different, and then they have their kids and everything inside. So it's very empowering for like women who are older and who have to deal realistically with like movement issues, you know, like back pains, knee joints, like falling down, cannot get out kind of thing. But it does it in a very cheeky way, and it does it in a very empowering way. It's just very fun to watch. I don't know how to explain. And it's quite like a easy watch, you know, it's not too intense. Yeah, so if you ever feel like you want to watch something like a sitcom sitcom, that maybe you can try Grace and Frankie, because I haven't really heard other people talk about Grace and Frankie as much, and I really like it. I know I like just fired through a bunch of different films because I watch a lot. So if you have something that I didn't mention that you think I would enjoy, you can leave them down below. If you have any opinions surrounding what I've, talked about, any of the films, the series, let me know too. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about this. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys are safe and healthy and well at home. Try not to go out lah if you don't need to, and just have fun, watch a bunch of films, really just sit back and just let yourself relax, because God knows we all need a little bit of chill energy right now. Hi puppy face, hi koala. Oh, he's so cute. Hi. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel. Ooh, I enjoy that, thank you. If you want to see more videos hot off the press, then you can turn on your notifications. But yeah, let me know what else you want to see. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Look at how big he's grown, you guys. Did y'all also know that I was wearing pajama shorts the whole time? See you guys. That was so cute.